So today we'll look into how exactly to build a personal AI agent, and we're doing this using a Telegram bot. So as you can see on my screen right now, this is exactly the Telegram bot that we have, a personal AI agent. I also do have it on my phone. So let's try interacting with it, right? So let me ask something like, what are the upcoming birthdays? So as you can see, it has hit the anytime flow. It's going through, it's transcribing the audio. It will now hit the AI agent. It will go through my calendar and it will return an out. So yeah, it's saying basically Amit's birthday is on 24th, Prag's birthday is on 28th. I've got that information. I've interacted using voice right now, right? What I can also do is interact using text. So let me just text it as well. What are the upcoming tech conferences? Let me send that. Again, it has triggered the flow, and yeah, it's saying D4 event Microsoft is scheduled on 25th, 26th October. Would you like some have details? So yeah, that's pretty much the demo, right? You can see, and right now I've connected the Google Calendar uh, node over here. You can also do is what you can also do is connect the Gmail node or any doc node, Excel sheet node, whatever it might be, right? Whatever information that is required by you on your day-to-day basis. All of those nodes can be attached to this AI agent, and this entire pipeline can work as. How do you build that? First and foremost is the Telegram message trigger node. So let me click on the plus button. I'll search here Telegram. Let me scroll down all the way to triggers. And in triggers, I'll basically click on message. Yeah. So when I click on message, basically this node pops up. Here, first and foremost thing to do is credential to connect with, right? So you'll have to create a bot account on Telegram. So I click on new credential and it basically is asking for a access token, right? Now for this, what I'll do is I'll go back to Telegram and I'll use a bot father application, right? So in search, basically I can search for bot father. This chat will open up. So these are a few of the different things that you can do, or the different commands that you run, right? So new bot is something that I'll click on, for example. It asking me for a name, so I'll say something like NA10 tele bot demo. Okay, it must end with bot. So let me just give it the same name again. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, it has created the new bot and it has also given me this token key now. So let me just copy this and we'll go back, click here, click save. That will authenticate it. It's testing right now. And in a couple of seconds, it should ideally test it out and finish this up. And you can see it has completely done that. Let me close this out. And the rest of the things you don't really need to pay much attention to. Rest everything is fine. Let's go back here. Now, the first check I wanted to place here is if the file that is received or the message that is received on Telegram, is this a audio file or a message file, right? So I'll put up a node over here, a check node, right? And this check node, what does it check is the message.voice. So on the left side, you can see all these different input parameters that has come in, right? So if the voice is not empty, that means basically it can go ahead with the flow, for which we'll have a voice message, right? In the last case, probably I type the message. So basically that is why you don't have any parameter on the left side which says voice. So it's going to be in the false method, right? It is empty. So I'll go here. Here, what I've done is I've extracted only that particular message. So I've added edit field. So just to go back one step, how do you get the if node? You can go to flow and then you can click on the F node to create the previous node that I mentioned. For the next node, for the edit fields node, you can basically do edit fields. If you click on that, it will basically create this icon. Let me open the node that I've created. So here it is manual mapping, and then text is what I'm extracting, right? The string column. And then what I want is from this message, basically, if you look over here, the text is over here, right? So I can just simply copy and paste it over here. It should ideally give me the same thing. So on the right side, you can see the output, right? This exact field has been picked out from all the different attributes that were coming in. Next up is connecting an AI agent to it, right? How do you do that? You click on the plus button. You click on the first one itself, the AI agent, right? This agent is something that you click on. When you click that, this will open up as in this format. ideally starting, it automatically has this connected chat trigger node. Deselect that, go to define below, and here you can put it as json.text or json.message.text, right? So here basically in the previous node we got it this text, right? So this text can be as is copied, but if it's basically coming from the other node, the transcribe audio node, uh, we'll see into an example for that as well. It's basically this or this, right, as the input of it. As a system prompt, this is something you can use ChatGPT or Claude to basically define it. You can give prompt to an AI agent, which basically does this. It's a personal AI agent. So give me a prompt for that. So it will give you all that information. I've just copy pasted it over here. Something that is important is you can help users with, right? So here you have to define what all tools are you using. So here it is general conversation plus a calendar app as well. Okay. That's all on this one. Next is a model to basically connect it with, right? What I've done is the chat model. I've connected an OpenAI chat model. So first of all, get an API key from your OpenAI account. Select that, select your model, and that's all here. Next up is the tools, right? So what I've done here is connected my Google Calendar. How can you do that is again, you can select this tools button. And from here, you can say as something like calendar. Yeah, this one, right? Basically, if you click on that one, this is something that opens up. Again, in one of my previous videos, you will also see how to connect Google account through your Google Cloud credentials. So that is what I've done over here. I've selected this. Uh, Selective description automatically I've set it as way because this is a very simple node. Uh, Event is resource is event, operation is get many, so get as many as details possible. From calendar, this is the email that I've connected to. So basically, it's getting all the information from this calendar of this particular email ID. Limit is 50. And these are some parameters that I've kept, right? So let's just say today and then the next 1 week. So any event that is falling between today and the one next week is basically the parameter that I've kept. This is also not important if you want details like the past or that this is the future. You can just omit these out. But the only issue is then your system will get a little more slower, right? Basically, if it has too much overload of data happening. So that's this. I can also connect it to a very simple memory. For example, let's just say if you're constantly having that discussion with that chat model and you want some kind of memory to be there, right? It doesn't forget the just the previous text that happened. So you can add a simple memory as well, which basically happens like this. Right? You can just add a simple memory. Here, basically, just give the chat ID of the initial first node itself. So let's say this one, right? Telegram trigger one. This particular node has to be given. So here you will have a particular chat ID, this ID. So this ID is the parameter that has to be sent over to this particular simple memory, this session from the previous node kind of button. So that kind of gets done with your AI agent part of it, right? And finally, what you have to do is reply or respond to the Telegram. So you just have to add a reply to Telegram node, which is basically Telegram, and then you can go to send a message. Okay, send a text message, right? This one. When you click that, again, first and foremost, connected to the same Telegram API account. Message operation is this time is send message. Now this is the chat ID which I was talking about, right? From the initial node itself. So you can get that message trigger, the message, where is it? Yeah, message ID, message, and then chat ID, right? You can just copy paste that message and chat ID. And then output is something that comes from the AI agent, right? So AI agent will have some kind of an output. This output is as is that you can place it over here. And that's it. Append anytime is something that you can turn it off so that not every message has that. This was generated by anytime kind of a message. So that's all. I mean, this kind of sends out that info all the way to back to the Telegram. Okay, so now let's take the example of where I'll interact with this Telegram bot using my voice, right? And look at the flow then. So let me ask, hello, can you give me any client calls that are happening this week? Yeah. So basically, it's check my calendar and it's saying XYZ company client call on October 24th, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. I'm just a dummy event that I've created. So now let's look at the anytime flow here, right? So if let's just say this audio file is true, which in this case will be. So here you can also see, right, the voice object is not null now. So this voice object is not empty, which is why it's going to the yes part. Uh, The first thing what we want to do is get that file, right? Get that audio file and transcribe it, because uh, we have to uh, provide some input in the form of text to our AI agent in this particular case. So that's what we are going to do. So get a file is basically the download one. So Telegram, once again, we select that. Um, Here we can see get a file is file actions. So when we click on that, basically this one opens up again. Hook it to your Telegram account. Operation is get, and this is your file ID that you have to pass here, right? So again, you can get it from here, this file ID. So just simply drag it and drop it over here, and then you'll be able to get that. Download, keep it on so that you can download that particular file. When you run that particular node, this is how you'll get the information as, right? The file name is basically file 8.oga, temporarily stored as data, and then you have the entire file over here, which basically the text, sorry, the audio prompt that I just gave it. Next, I want to transcribe it, right? So what you want to do is again create a node for a ChatGPT node or an API, OpenAI node. AI node is here. Transcriber recording, basically. Yeah, transcriber recording is something that I'll probably do here. Let me click on this. So again, hook it to your OpenAI account. Resource is audio. Operation is transcriber recording. And then simply from the previous node, as you can know, right, the data is the temporary name that we assigned to it. So that input field name data is copy pasted over here. And that's it. Just run that particular node. You'll be able to see whatever the text was there in that particular audio file. So here it's like, let me ask, hello, can you give me a client, any client calls that are happening over to speak? So that's it. Now this text is something that also you can send it to the AI agent, and the rest of the flow is the same, right? So here again, this text is basically now thrown into here as the input prompt, the user message of it, and the rest of the things are the same. I hope that was helpful, and that's it from my side today. Thank you so much.